Hey everybody, it's A-Holka. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, thanks for stopping by. A little bit different video for you today, guys. I'm going to be doing an install video. Like I said in my previous video, I'm doing rear shocks on my Harley Davidson, 2013 Harley Davidson. It's got the original shocks in it. I think they're worn out. The bike keeps bottoming out. It doesn't hold air anymore. So I'm just gonna go with regular shocks, airless shocks. I went with progressive 412s. They're not cheap by any means, but they're at the lower end of the shock spectrum. I wasn't about to spend $800, $1,000 and up for shocks for a 10-year-old used motorcycle. I just needed it to ride better because I'm gonna be going on vacation. And I have an announcement about that later, so stick around for that. However, I do have a major announcement coming up also before the end of the video, so you're gonna wanna stick around for that. So first of all, we're gonna do the install video. I'm gonna show you about that. We're going to go on a ride. We're gonna take the Gold Wing and I'm gonna explain to you why I didn't take the Harley. And then we're gonna stop for an adult beverage. So stick around, we're gonna be going for a ride and we'll see what happens. Hang in there. All right, so I got the bike up in the air. It's somewhat secure. I got my progressive 412 shocks that I ordered off Revzilla. They came over the weekend. I'm gonna take off the existing air ride shocks that are no longer good. And I'm gonna install these. So let's see how much trouble I can get into. Okay, that was the install video. What'd you think? Fast, huh? Well, in total, it took me about 11 minutes to do the one side. The video that you saw was really about 11 minutes. The other side probably took a little less because everything was lined up already. I put a little Loctite on the screws. I left that out, threw them in. I left out pulling off the old airlines, which wasn't a big deal. I put the bike back together. I also took the bike for a test ride, and when I came back, my tires were already here. So I'm gonna go call my mechanic, see when I can drop everything off. We're gonna take the Gold Wing for a ride. And don't forget the special announcement. Stick around and let's hit the road. I'll see you later. And just like that, we are out on the Gold Wing. So why ain't I out on the Harley? I'll tell you. I called my mechanic, told him the tires were in, told him I needed a tune-up. He was actually home and he said, bring the bike down. I also told him that my bike had an oil leak. That's right, believe it or not, my 2013 Harley Davidson had an oil leak. So he tells me what parts to get. He tells me where to go to get them. I go down, I get the parts. It's not close, by the way. I bring the parts to the house. I drop the bike off. I get an Uber to go home. He calls me back and he says, you got the wrong parts here. I need you to go back and get some other parts. I take my car. I go get the bad parts. I exchange them, go back, bring them the right parts. The Harley's being worked on as we speak. So basically all day I did was run around dropping parts on and off and up and down the parkway. It was a little exhausting. It's about 5 o'clock now, time for a beverage. And that's where we are on our way over there. If you were here last week, you'll know I mentioned investigating motel accommodations while going to Sturgis. Turns out there was quite a few motels actually open for the week of Sturgis in Rapid City, which is like the main hub in the Sturgis area. It's where the airport is. That's where all the major chain hotels and restaurants are. I like staying there because it's easier to find everything. I call a few places, I get some competitive prices, and I actually found the place for 5 nights in Rapid City for under $1,000, believe it or not. And it's not just any motel, it is a 2-star motel. Not 1, but 2 stars. I run a high-class operation here, folks. I have an whole itinerary. This isn't my first rally. This is probably about my 4th. My first one was 03, then I went in I think 07 or 09. I went again in 2010, so this is going to be my 4th one. It's probably my 6th or 7th time through, because I think I went through when I went to Glacier National Park up in Montana, and I definitely went through when I went to Yellowstone years ago. I forget even what year it is. So I have a whole itinerary. I'm kind of familiar with where I'm going. I get to see pretty much everything. You never see everything, but I get to see enough in the few days that I'm there. I'm happy with it. Look forward to that. I'm sure I'll have a lot of content, a lot of videos coming out down later. And this is by no means the major announcement. I still got that coming down the road, so stick around and find out what that is. We're going to one of my favorite breweries here. It's local. I can actually almost see my house from there. So sit back. We're heading over that way now. Talk to you soon. Hi everybody. So we're here at the Toms River Brewery enjoying a frosty beverage. This is one of my favorite spots. It's really close to my house and all the beers are really good. I've never had a bad beer. I know I say that all the time, but I go to these places for a reason. Anyway, so I'm going to try to talk loud over the copywritten music they're playing over the intercom here, quite loudly with nobody singing here in the beer garden, so my YouTube video doesn't get flagged. Anyway, so like I said, in season like it is now, I like coming here because you can get a seat in the place. Off season, a lot of locals come here and it gets pretty crowded. You can't sit down in the place. So I like stopping here from time to time, trying out their new beer. They switch the menu up quite often and they keep it pretty interesting here. So if you're in the area, if you're in Toms River Brewery, it's on that 37 going west. So you're west of the Parkway, it's a great stop. On to the major announcement. Now, if you've been following me on social media like I've been telling you to, you'll notice this week I posted on Instagram and Facebook, I'm updating my logo. I'm updating my logo because I'm just about out of all my stickers. A lot of you have been requesting them in the mail. I've been sending them out to you. Thanks for the support, by the way. So I figure it's time to update everything. I'm putting my YouTube channel on. I'm putting my Instagram logo on it. And those will be coming in a couple weeks. Those of you that voted, thanks for the support. And I'll show you what came out in a couple weeks when I get the stickers. So, I told you earlier that I've been going to Sturgis. This is my 4th rally that I'll be going to, but this one is important. And why is it important? Well, because now I'm a YouTube creator. That's right, a motovlogger. I'm going to be taking my new stickers and I'm going to have several stops that I'm going to be handing out stickers, and I'll be announcing my locations on Instagram. So if you're not following me yet, you better follow me on Instagram. Google me, you'll find me. I'm A-Hole Cop on Instagram. I'm A-Hole Cop all over the place. Me on Facebook, I post there also. You know, all my Instagram stuff goes there. So if you're following me on Instagram, you're gonna find me. All my locations, there's too many to list here. I'll be posting them on Instagram. So be sure to find me at Sturgis. I'll be handing out free stickers. Anybody who wants them, as many as you want while supplies last. Now get them while you can, kids, because when I open my gift shop, they're gonna be retail value of $19.95. That's right, $19.95 value. Plus tax. So if you hit me up for 5 of them, that's $100 value. And once they're gone, you know they're going to be collector's items. So who knows, you may be able to fund your kids or your grandkids' college with these things. So be sure to find me on Instagram. Be sure to look me up in Sturgis, and I'll have a lot of content coming up down the way. And I might be going on a camping trip before I go to Sturgis. But right now, my focus is Sturgis, getting everything ready, getting my stickers, getting all my merch ready, and I'm going to be handing it out free at Sturgis. It'll be handed out free while supplies last. I'll be bringing a bunch of it, so be sure to follow me. I'm going to enjoy my frosty beverage now. I'm going to have this, and maybe one more, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. If it's your first time here and you like what you're seeing, remember to like, subscribe, follow me on all social media, Google me, I'm A-Hole Cop. I'll see you next time. Take it easy.